How's it going, guys? I'm not making a video every other week. I made like 7, but I can't fucking post any of them because one thing or the other. But today I'm going to do a review on the JLC. But first, I wanted to give you a sneak peek of this bad motherfucker. The LeCoultre Atmo. It's powered by temperature change. Fucking badass. That little thing spins back and forth. I'm not going to sit here and wait, but I'll let it do one rotation. Yeah, really slow. But badass. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Atmo is, I believe it's 1 degree of temperature change can power that clock for 2 days. That's pretty badass, I think. All right. Today is going to be the review on the JLC. It sits very low on your wrist. So low that there's almost a perfect indentation of the medallion. So it's a thick watch, first and foremost. I mean, every time I hand it to somebody, the first thing out of their mouth is, Jesus, that's heavy. $164 grams, 5.8 ounces. Oh, focus. So, it's a heavy watch. It's also quite thick. The thickness is about 15 and a half. 15 and a half. Without the crown, it is 41. With both crowns, 51. So, yeah, it's a bit bigger of a watch. Internal, come on. Internal diving bezel instead of external. So it is a little more inconvenient because you're lucky to get 5 minutes of rotation. However, you can be a lot more precise. You know, you can get in between the clicks where an external only has 120 clicks. I actually like using the marker on the hour hand so I can keep track of more than 1 hour. The Loom there's no Loom on the diving bezel. The Loom on here is no Seiko, but it is decent. Yeah, it's more than decent. The alarm, 20 seconds. I will. So you have to twist these. These are red for dead, white for tight. Most of them are worn. So if you buy it used, you will not have the colors most likely. We're not going to talk about the horrendous condition my watch is in because here's the alarm. It's 20 seconds. The only way to stop it is to pull out the crown, but eventually you want it watertight, so you're going to have to push it back in. It is quite loud. You can feel it vibrate in your hand. Also, once the alarm is activated, for the next 30 minutes, the gear is still engaged. So, I mean, it is a bit of an older movement. It was introduced in the 80s, improved in the 90s, and put into this in the early 2000s. I believe this is a 918 caliber. So also, besides you can't wind it to prepare for, if you want to wind it again, because you know you have to do something at 6:30, and mine's set at 6:30, you can't wind it. After it's activated, you can't wind it. This does not have a clutch. So you can overwind this, and I'm glad they don't put a clutch in it. Mainly because the amount you have to wind this, you would think it's full. It's not. It's probably like halfway. But that's pretty cool, I think. The date. So this, winding, and then you pull this out for adjusting the time. And I don't know if it's just me reading left to right, but I would really like it if the numbers were the other direction. I mean, I don't know. That's just me. How I read it, it's a little weird. Usually the alarms are off by 5 minutes. It's not terribly accurate, but then again, how good is your eyeball, right? So this is no quick set date. You have to pull it out. You have to go, because I love you guys, I'll deal with it. You don't know if you hear this. That click. That's the only way you can change the date. It can only go in one direction, so that's a huge pain in the ass. The bracelet. Fucking love the bracelet. I'd much rather spend an extra, whatever, 1,000 and buy it with the bracelet and then buy a strap later. But I can't buy it with a strap and buy the original bracelet because also, I love this invention, this little feature. So you can adjust it on the fly. If you do it to both, that's the equivalent of one link. And that's just a really useful everyday feature. If you're going swimming or you had a big meal, I don't know, you're going somewhere in a hot environment like Florida, that's really convenient to be able to just size your bracelet on the spot. What else? The medallion, 18 karat. When I first got it, it felt a little sharp on the corners. I did buy it used. We're not going to talk about the horrendous condition it's in because I wear this. I don't believe in safe queens. Yes, that's a big nick at 4 o'clock. Big fat nick at 4 o'clock because I was welding in this. I can probably hear the watch fans. No, I don't believe in safe queens. I bought it, I'm going to wear it. I bought my car, I'm going to abuse every horse. And yeah, I hope you learned something from this video. Much love, guys, and I'll try and make a video every week. Empty promises, but I'll try.